Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing okay out there. Perry Hensley here, Slab Happy Lures. Hope everyone's doing fine. I'm going to come with you this morning and give you an update on our classic tournament that we had Saturday on Dale Hollow Lake. It was a good one. It went great for us, and there's some huge weights that were weighed in there, and we fared, you know, kind of middle of the pack as we're accustomed to here. But the good news is we accomplished finishing better than the three guys that we need to finish better than. And that being said, it's not an easy thing to do. Once again, you're gonna hear it on every video that I do about this East Tennessee Crappie Club team, our tournament trail members. Man, hard to beat these people. They are at the top of their game. They know their stuff. They are definitely elite when it comes to crappie fishing. They're going to say that they're not, but you can put these fellows up against anybody. I believe in this nation, in any tournament. On our lakes here, I don't know what it would be like on totally new lakes. I'm sure they'll do great on those too, but because Dale Hollow sometimes, or for this time, there were some people who had never fished it, and did really good. Did better than I did the first time that I actually fished Dale Hollow. Bombed out. We went down there the day before, fished around a little bit. I'm talking 2 years ago on Dale Hollow, and fished 2 days before, or a day before, and didn't find a whole lot of crappie. We weren't used to that lake. We weren't used to fishing deep for them either. And so we were looking at all the shallow spots, and wrong time of the year to be doing that. And we've learned a lot in the last 2 years. We ended up winning one fish in that tournament 2 years ago when we fished down at Dale Hollow. I'll get it out here in a minute, man. Whoa. But anyway, ended up winning the ACC rods in the roll of dice part of the tournament, and it was an experience 2 years ago. Went back. This was JD's first time fishing Dale Hollow. Got a little help. I'm not going to keep that a secret. Had a little help on where to go and where to look anyway. And as far as that goes, and did decent in the tournament. That being said, I'm gonna try to give you the rundown of where we stand, where we're going, what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to let you know that JD and I I'd say we caught 140, 150 fish in those 2 days. Not even really trying the first day to catch a whole mess of fish. But we did catch a lot of fish, so much that our thumbs were just eat up. But during pre-fishing that, we went around, I was throwing 3 different colors of our 2-inch Slab Tech minnows. There they are. This is kind of the lime truce with gold glitter. This one is the peppered snot, which is my favorite. This one, formerly known as yellow jacket, which is now called mustard seed, is the yellow with the black flakes. That's another one of my favorites. And JD actually threw this a while. Tennessee Sparkle Shad. That was the first day, the pre-fish day. Caught a ton of fish. We ended up taking 12 back, you know, to the cabin to clean to eat for supper that night. And I want to thank Ray Pratt for inviting us down to stay in his cabin. That means a lot, Ray. I appreciate it a lot. And we just enjoy being with those fellas, you know, during the tournaments and stuff. But let's get to tournament day. Tournament day. Again, that was all Slab Happy stuff I showed you there in the Slab Tech swim baits or paddle tails, whichever one you want to call them. Fine with me. Tournament day. I did throw this hand tied jig that I tied up before we left. Blue and white. You know, it's got some tinsel in it. Some flash, if you want to call it that. You know, and it's got a darker, you know, chenille on it with a, I call it a disco head, a real glittery silver head. Caught several fish on that. Kind of slowed down at one point, and JD picked these up. It's a Slab Happy Shad 2-inch in the Ultimate Shad. Great little bait. The water was clear. JD started throwing that, and you know, during the slowdown, or when we first got there, JD had that put on. He used it about the last 30 minutes of the first pre-fish day that we had down there. In the tournament, we first got up there, and JD was throwing, and it's like boom, 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 boom. You know, he's reeling them in, throwing them in the boat. I think the first 5 fish we put in the boat that were keeper fish for the tournament was from JD. You know, he was on fire with that bait, and it was just awesome. You know, I tied that bait on there, and then the next thing you know, we're both just slamming them, you know, in the boat, and then all of a sudden, you know, it really slowed down. You know, it went spacey after that. You know, after the first 2-3 hours, we had our first 7, and I would say 15 minutes of the tournament there, we had our 7, you know, that we would cull up from there, and God just blessed us in that, you know. Wound up having most of that day we had 8.5 pounds. It was later in the day, you know, we finally got on a little stick up. I pointed out to JD, and I said, look, you know, there's a big fish on that. So, you know, we went over, JD dropped down on it, and boom, hooked that fish, and got it in. It's a 189, you know, and we culled up from there, you know, wound up, you know, getting, you know, little 0.10, 0.20 culls, you know, from in addition to what we had, and managed to get up to what our scale said was 9.5 pounds. 957 was what it said. The final one that I had logged in there on the scale, and thought that was pretty good. You know, I know against these guys you're going to have to do the best ever, but you know, that was pretty good. Back to the weigh in, got down there, you know, we weighed in all of our fish. All our fish were alive. We even had, I'm going to say 6, 7 extra fish. You know, you always keep extra fish. You never know when one's going to die. And that could leave you in a real pickle there if you don't do that. And we weighed in our fish, went down and released our fish. You know, when it was all said and done, JD and I finished 4th. In the tournament, just out of the money, which is okay. You know, we're happy. We in our roll the dice deal, JD and I managed to win the rods. First time this year it's happened. Last year, it was, we won 5 times, I think it was, and we ended up having 10 rods last year just by winning the roll the dice. Again, another reason to get into this tournament. There's a chance for you to walk away, with something. It's just the way that they do things there. But anyway, had a good time. Had a great tournament, a great time with friends. Enjoy those guys. I will give you the rundown on the numbers in the second part of this video, and where we stand in the points now, and where we're sitting in the bracket, and who we got to face first. We managed to place better than the 3 that we needed to place better than, at least in our opinion, our goal. No offense to any of the other anglers; they're great anglers. It's just, I don't want to say that, hey, we're greater than these because we beat these at this time. It's not the way it works there, and that's not the way we see it. Every one of us is growing. Some of us are a little further along, but we're all growing in this sport. We're all getting better at what we're doing, and this is what this crappie trail will do for you. Again, I urge you, if don't feel intimidated about getting in here. Get in here and learn. The only way that we got where we're at now is we had to start. And I'll be honest with you. I was talking to my son about it before I started in this club 3 years ago, and I said, I think I can do just as well as some of those guys fishing. And it turns out the first tournament we fished, we placed that year. We placed 3rd in the classic. We were in the money that first year. That's how you can grow. Your knowledge, and you be around people that uplift you in this sport. I mean, it's not a competition where I'm going to cut your throat for a lot, if not everyone helps each other out, or we try to. Again, it's still a tournament. There's some things that we like to keep to ourselves. It's still a competitive group of guys there, and we have to do that. But we have a lot of fun with it. Besides, there's always laughs and chuckles and jokes and stuff to be had at these tournaments. I'm telling you, and it's clean stuff. We try to keep it clean. Family friendly, of course. If you want to bring your kids to fish it, and we have a great time doing it. But again, we needed to beat 3 teams in order to up our points, in order to stay ahead, in order to secure our thoughts was to secure our place in the bracket that's coming up for Angler of the Year, and we managed to do that. Now, again, no offense to any of the other anglers when I say this, because you're all great fishermen. We know that. We know that you beat us, and we've been above you, and you've been below us, and the vice versa. All that, all year long. But we needed to beat George Hamby and Tom Claxton. We managed to do that just by squeaking by. Good guys really come up quick this year, and really dedicated a lot of time and put in a lot of work in doing better this year, and zoomed right up there. Chris Sims, another one, man. I call him the young gun. He's one of the younger ones in there, and he's put in a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of work that he's done to get where he's at, and we managed to place better than him this time by about a pound of weight, I guess. And Mr. Buck Collins, we managed to get up there, and finish better than him. Those were the 3 teams we needed to beat. Again, no offense, guys, to any of you. We consider you all, and I hope you consider us, great anglers, and know that I know for a fact we swap back and forth all season long, and we have fun, some trash talk. We do it all out of good fun, though, but George Hamby, I'm coming for you, first round of that tournament. But I'll leave that on the next video and go a little bit deeper in that. But I am coming for you. Me and JD are coming for you and Tom. And again, it's all in good fun. But well, you have to set a goal somewhere, to climb from, or to climb to, and that is our goal. And I hope to hear trash talk back from you guys. I hope that you all, join in, and we'll have fun doing this thing. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve about any of this. And don't take it personal. We all just have fun doing this, or we should have fun doing this. But anyway, after that, I think if we do conquer George and Tom, or when we do, I'm gonna put it that way, George, when we beat them in this other one. Now the first round that we got here, and then all through the bracket here is, it's a blind draw the night before. You don't know what lake you're going to be fishing till the night before, and that makes it even more challenging. But either way, coming for you, George and Tom. JD and I will be ready, and we look forward to just having a good time at doing it. Win, lose, or draw. I would not want to lose to a better group of guys than these guys in the East Tennessee Tournament Trail. But anyway, enough about that. Once again, we're setting, we're secured in the bracket now, JD and I both, and of course we're going to be partners in this. And I just want to come let our sponsors know that we're there, and that we thank you for supporting us all season long, all tournament season. We fished, let's see, regular season, I think we finished 10 events. The Classic, let's see, outside of the Classic, if we go, this will be number 11th for us. When we go, the first round will be number 11 for us. If we win that morning, we only fish 4 hours in the semifinal part of the bracket. 4 hours on a lake that we don't even know until the night before. And fish 4 hours. If we win, or when we beat Tom and George, like we said we were going to do, we go into the final round, and I don't know who we'll face there. The first 2 teams have got a bye. I don't know if it'll be Ray and Jimmy Pratt. I don't know if it'll be Matt Zenas and Joel Nash, or it'll be Ryan and Ty Cofield. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to set up now. I'll have to wait for the numbers to come out, or the bracket seating to come out, and go from there. But it's a good time. And again, I urge you guys, if you want some good, clean fun, you want to have a great time. Yeah, it gets hard traveling. It gets tiresome traveling. It gets tiresome pre-fishing. It gets tiresome fishing the day of the tournament, and all that put together. But it's a challenge on us, to make us better fishermen. And I guess got to ask, how much do you love this sport? I mean, do you love this sport enough to do that some? And again, thanks to all of our sponsors for helping us, this year. Been using the ACC rods with the PC Fun Reel all year long this year. It's been good. I want to thank Ken Akers for the Appalachian Angler rod for all of his support this year. Thank him, especially with all his product. Bait Pop has truly helped us this year. Firm believer in Bait Pop. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Chuck Stokes, John, appreciate you guys. I appreciate the people that you are. I appreciate all the sponsors that we have and the people that they are. Great people. I don't care if you never gave us a dime, like I've said before, or never gave us anything, never helped us a bit. You know, we think you'd be great people besides, but we do appreciate all the help, because we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing without you guys. But anyway, till part 2 of this video, I'm Perry Hensley from Slab Happy Lures, and we'll see you.
Today's video is brought to you in part by Windrider Apparel, The Angler Magazine, Artistic Printers, Mammoth Ridge Campground and RV Park, Rebel River Outfitters,
Rougarou Tackle Company, Hooker's Terminal Tackle, Mossheim Market and Deli, Taylor Packaging, and Slab Happy Lures.